Mm.
Now, a friend of mine, he worked at the World Trade Center, and he told me it was so hot upstairs, and this is when they used to drink on a job. They went to one corner and they blew the window out, and then they broke the window in the opposite corner. And you can imagine blowing a window out at like the 88th floor or something.
Those shards coming down at like
Wherever they went,
1,000
maybe
miles
there
an
was a
hour.
scaffold below, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just to get air.
It's
It
pretty
was so
funny.
hot up there.
Yeah, but there was a lot of less rules then. Now the regulations are crazy. Like, how is it working? Like, you have to. Do you
It's a
keep in
little-
mind all the rules and stuff? Like, are there a lot of regulations when you
Yeah,
work?
well, you grow into them.
Like, which ones?
I'm just saying, like ladder use.
Mm.
You can't lean a ladder. You can't stand too high on the ladder. No, I mean, I'm not saying that people don't.
I was gonna
They
say.
still do it when they have to.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just make sure you do it carefully, and maybe someone, you have your friend, hey, hold a ladder for me while I do this real.
Yeah.
And you could, stuff like that. But they're a lot more safety conscious.
Mm.
Are there less accidents? I guess so. But there are still crazy accidents.
Mm-hmm.
An accident.
Have you witnessed any? Like, seen scaffold fall apart?
No, I've seen people cut their fingers pretty bad.
Okay.
This and that.
Yeah, I've heard about a lot of falls. It used to be really common back in the day. It actually happened to my grandfather as well.
Yeah.
There was a scaffold that fell apart. He took a fall. Some people that he knew, also same thing happened. Pretty unfortunate, but I mean, that's one of the good things about regulations is that now you can make sure things are tidy, that everything's checked 4 times. That when you get to the job,
Yeah.
you're doing the labor, your health isn't at risk.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
kinda scary.
that is good.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you can't talk bad against safety, but sometimes it could be pushed too much
Of
to the
course.
point where you'll get hurt worrying about whether you're doing the right thing or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're
I've had
not
that before.
concentrating on what you're doing.
Exactly. I had that same experience. I was driving, and it was my first year with my license, and my sister sitting next to me has less driving experience, but who judged my driving.
Yeah.
And I felt really conscious about every move I make because I thought no matter what I do, how fast I drive, or if I move into a lane and don't turn on a blinker, my mom's going to find out and they're just going to talk about me. They're going to judge me. So all I was thinking about while I was driving is how much I shouldn't aggravate her or how good of a driver I should be. And then I lost consciousness, and then I didn't lose consciousness, but I
No.
wasn't paying attention to exactly what I was doing.
Is you're worried about what she's thinking.
Exactly. And I was looking at her at the same time when I shouldn't have. I should have been looking at my mirrors and the one I had the rear view. And this is in Brooklyn. We're driving straight, and I was about to go into the right lane and pass the guy in front of me because he's going like 10 miles an hour, dangerously slow.
Right.
I was gonna go around him and I hesitated. I stopped. I said, I'm gonna do it again. And I waited like a full minute to do it again, and then I realized it was an 18-wheeler parked. Then I dip in to check, and then for a second it just clips my mirror. But the mirror didn't fall off. It just it folded and it cracked a little bit on the light on the outside. And next thing you know, I had to hear from my parents. I was gonna tell them myself, but I didn't get the chance to.
Right.
So I was driving, and then I got in trouble and all that shit. It was because I wasn't paying attention. I was really concerned about the safety and like being 1,000% just on track when I didn't even know what I was doing. And then I lost focus, and then I could have actually harmed myself thinking too much about the regulations.
Yeah.
Like
Or it's like the mother or the father who's yelling at his kids in the back to shut up, and then he rear ends someone. Yeah.
I've had that before. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's looking at me on the highway. Have you ever been threatened to get smacked on the highway? You ever done that?
When I was, oh yeah,
Yeah, in the back seat, just fucking around with your siblings.
that's what the co-pilot was for.
Yeah.
So she could reach around and crack you right, without your father taking his eyes off the wheel.
What was the weapon? It was just her hand. My mom used to grab anything and everything. Windex, keys, bottle, her shoe,
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
her hand. It was always the hand. Grab your leg and start pinching or whatever it was.
Yep.
Or just stop the car. I never had that. One time I
No.
did. I managed. I was so bad.
Parents probably get arrested for that nowadays. Imagine
Yeah, right.
stopping the car, open the back door,
Mm-hmm.
start throwing punches in there.
No, I do. I definitely think there's.
It would be put on phone on the
Mhm.
video, right? Next thing you know, it's all over the
Yeah,
news.
and he gets canceled as a parent. He's no longer a father.
Yeah.
Gets his rights
Lose-
taken away.
yeah.
He goes to jail for disciplining. No, obviously I don't condone domestic abuse and stuff like that, but there's definitely something to be said about kids that get hit are usually more respectful when they're older, and more considerate. I got hit as a kid,
I did.
and I warranted a lot of the hits that I got. I had coming my way.
Right.
I deserved them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, talking like abuse to the point
No.
where you're going to school with scars. Like, look at this one.
Yeah.
Like an old sea captain in a bar,
Yeah.
Check out how this happened, right?
Antonio, he was on the podcast. He was telling me, he was like, any sea story you hear, If it starts with "You won't believe this," and if it ends with "I swear it's true," it's a C story and it's bullshit. You know. That's usually how they go. Like,
No.
you want to hear this one? You won't believe it.
Right.
And they go on a song and dance.
There was a cartoon like that where the guy's going, "You wouldn't believe, wait till you hear how I got this." And he had a peg head.